Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Maria Bruemmer Show. I am super excited. I have a very special guest. His name is Robert Crager. He's a very successful real estate investor who's blowing up the Puerto Rico real estate market and is a wealth of knowledge. So I'm super excited to have him on the show and a showcase all about the money-making opportunities in Puerto Rico. So without further ado, I'd love to get him on the show. But remember, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're looking for funding to invest in real estate or start up a business or working capital to expand an existing business, check out that description box below. There'll be a link down there to set up a free consultation, and I'll give you a call. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get Robert Crager on the show.
Hey there, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you so much for being here on the Maria Bruemmer Show, Robert Crager. I am so excited to have you on the show today. I know you're doing a lot of great things in Puerto Rico, and so I just wanted to have you on the show to showcase some of those amazing money-making opportunities. How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderfully well. Thank you. I'm better than I deserve, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, I'm so glad. It's an honor to have you on the show. And I know you've done a lot over the course of your career, and you've been very successful in investing in real estate and primarily Puerto Rico. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey and how you got to where you are today?
Yeah, great question. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here and to speak with you and your community.
Absolutely.
I started out at a fairly young age in my mid-20s in real estate investing, really because I was a bad employee, and I just couldn't get behind the leadership that I was working for, and I thought I had a better plan, and so I was too young and too dumb to know what I didn't know, and I jumped into real estate investing kind of overnight. Quit a job that was going to end soon anyways, and started buying real estate with no money down because of watching Carlton Sheets on the late night television infomercials. So I'm dating myself a little bit, but some of the people who watch your show will know who I'm talking about.
Absolutely. So great to have you on the show today, Robert. I know you have a very amazing YouTube channel that talks about all the money-making opportunities out there in Puerto Rico. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to get started in real estate investing in Puerto Rico, and tell us a little bit about the market out there and what kind of deals you're finding?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'd love to. We were looking for a market after 2017, 2016. Our business took a hit, and we did about 85% of what we had done for the previous 16 or 17 years. I had been for a long time going to foreclosure sales and buying single family houses all around the state of Florida, and we would buy a couple a week, and we did that for a long time. So in 2016 we bought about 85 houses and thought, that's not terrible, it's still okay. Then 2017 we were down to under 70, 65 houses, and so started researching markets and landed on either going out to the Midwest, like Indianapolis or Chicago, or a combination of the two, or going to Puerto Rico. Right. And it was a pretty easy decision for me. I don't really know the snow. I don't like the snow. Right. I don't like being cold. So the tropics were really way more my vibe. And we jumped in after Hurricane Maria. That was the real catalyst for our decision. We had been through a hurricane cycle in Florida a half a dozen times over a 18, 19 year period of time. And it was a position we were in where we thought we knew something about a hurricane cycle. We came to Puerto Rico and we found this generational distress where they had been in actually a 10-year recession, that they never came out of the recession of 2008 and 9 when the banks crashed.
Right.
They stayed in this terrible recession, and Maria was awful, devastating to the island, the storm of a century, the worst storm in 100 years. Right. But our thought was that Maria would be the catalyst to growth, and that there would be a recovery after post-Maria. So that's the thesis we came to the island of Puerto Rico with, and it played out we are coming up on the 5th-year reunion of Maria, and it has played out really, really well. To pat myself on the back a little bit, I thought maybe we knew what was going on with the hurricane cycle, and it went the way that we thought that it would go. And so because of that, we kind of hit it at the right time. We've done really well. We were buying single-family houses to flip. We were buying multifamily houses to keep. Wow. And at the end of the first year, we had flipped about 50 properties. We had kept a bunch of multifamily properties, and we've got about 100 doors rented long-term island-wide. And towards the end of that first year, we started finding these hospitality projects and learned about these tax credits that are on the island where you can really significantly de-risk investing into hospitality. And so that's almost exclusively what we prefer to do here in Puerto Rico at this time, is to invest in an opportunity zone, which if your community is familiar with opportunity zones, Puerto Rico is a small island that 98% of it is an opportunity zone. So picture Connecticut, and it's all an opportunity zone. That's what we've got here. So it allows us to buy A+ real estate, oceanfront, sometimes real estate, hotels, and do it in an opportunity zone fund and combine it with Act 60, it's called now, for up to 40% tax credits. So
wow, that's insanely lucrative, and that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that awesome information. That is quite the opportunity zone, and you've been able to do so much in a short period of time and help a lot of people and make a lot of good investments. So that's awesome. And you're lucky too, because not only does it have a great weather out there in Puerto Rico, but it's right next door to Florida where you started off investing. And I feel like it's fate having you on the Maria Bruemmer Show today, because I'm actually located in Chicago, and I can attest to there's 2 seasons out here. There is winter and construction. And also I feel compelled to help, because my name is Maria and this is the Maria Bruemmer Show, and Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico. So anything I can do to help build it back and build it back stronger than ever, I'm happy to do. So I feel like it's truly fate to have you here on my show today, Robert, and thank you so much for sharing that amazing information for investors and anyone looking to get started out there in Puerto Rico. And I just want to share a side note. I'm also a real estate investor, but I'm also a lender. I am partner of a full service financial firm called eFunding Experts, and we have a great unsecured funding program that, as long as you qualify with at minimum a 680 credit score, a clean credit history, low utilization, low inquiries, and a good personal verifiable net income, we can get you anywhere between $50,000 all the way up to $750,000 unsecured, and that's a chunk of change that will go a really long way in Puerto Rico if you're looking to get started in investing out there. So I think we can create a lot of win-win situations for not only the average investor, but new investors and anyone looking to get started in investing by bringing you on the show today and getting this information out to everybody.
That is awesome. And it was one of the things that I first noticed about you, and I watched a few of your videos, and I was excited to talk to you about this because we have a liquidity problem in Puerto Rico. It's not nearly as easy to get funding on real estate projects or anything that's outside of the box, really. FHA loans, they're readily available for you, VA, that kind of stuff. All of the gonna live in it type of lending products are here, and that's amazing. But if you're going to buy a multifamily, or if you're going to buy something that needs work, even if you're looking for a hard money loan, there just aren't that many products. And I think it's because the island really stayed in this recession, a full-on recession, for more than a decade after the banks crashed back in, what was that, 2008 and 2009.
Yeah.
And
then because of COVID too, and other things.
Gosh, yeah. Oh gosh,
they just keep getting hit.
All of that.
Yeah,
hurricanes and big flu, and we had over 3,000 earthquakes a year ago. It's just been one thing after another, but it's always been worth it. So
and where there's a will, there's a way.
It's been an amazing journey.
Absolutely,
it has been.
Truly, and where there's a will, there's a way. And one thing that is amazing about entrepreneurs, real estate investors, and people like you and I who have YouTube channels primarily to put information out there that's going to help people, right? we want to see people succeed. We want to elevate people. We want to give lucrative solutions that can help people and bring people together to rebuild and invest and thrive. And so I feel like we can do that together by working together. Please, I encourage everybody to check out Robert Crager's YouTube channel. There's a lot of great information on there about getting started in real estate investing in Puerto Rico. I'm sure he'd be willing to be a helping hand. And if you're thinking about getting started in investing out there, I'm going to be putting his information in the description box below, along with my information if you'd like to set up a free consultation for lending. And he and I together will make sure you have everything you need to be successful. And Robert, tell me a little bit more about the real estate market in Puerto Rico. Where do you see it going in the next year? Any trends that you see are going to be happening that we should be aware of?
Yeah, it's a great question. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you giving me the shout out for the YouTube channel. That's sort of my passion project. We don't ask anything on the channel. We really are just cheerleading Puerto Rico, and our art is to give away as much information as we can. We believe all ships rise in a rising tide. And so anytime I can tell someone about Puerto Rico and explain to them why they ought to be thinking of investing here, I just love to have the opportunity. The channel's called PR Consultants, and I hope that your community will check it out. But to answer your question, we bounced off of the bottom finally in 2019. So we had for the first time in over 11 years a positive growth, both financially and with the amount of people that were moving to the island versus the amount of people that were leaving the island. So it's been really, really cool to kind of hit it in 2018 and watch the economy start to grow finally, and have people moving back to the island. So I believe that Puerto Rico's got another 5 or 6 year run left, that we're just at the beginning stages of a rocket ship economy, and that we have a really nice insulation because of the amount of money that's coming to the island after the COVID stuff, and people learning that they can work from home, or learning about the tax benefits of actually moving to Puerto Rico. So if you live here and you sell your services back to the States, you can do that through Act 60 and pay a 4% corporate tax. So we just see lots of people showing up with pretty deep pockets, moving from places like California and moving from New York. We talk about that a lot on the YouTube channel. I kind of tease California a little bit because I tell everyone in California, you need to run from that place, stop paying 50% of your money in taxes, and come to Puerto Rico, where you can do a lot of good and your money will go further and you pay a heck of a lot less in taxes. So
yeah, for sure. Wow, there's a lot of lucrative opportunities out there besides just real estate. My goodness. Sounds like it's got a thriving economy if you want to save on taxes or start a business, or even move out there and live, right? And have your money go further. So that's amazing. Lots of great opportunity out in Puerto Rico, and it's nice to know that it's a part of the United States. So it's definitely just an extension. It's not a different country. You don't need a passport. And even though times have been hard, it's still possible to get funding options if you come talk to me about what we can do for you to get started out there. And I think great minds think alike, Robert. The Maria Bruemmer Show is all about elevating business owners and entrepreneurs and real estate investors, and being able to bring knowledge, inspiration, and education to the masses. We have a heart to help here, just like you. And I think that if we work together, we can do a lot of good, not only for investors, but the general public that's looking to, invest in Puerto Rico, or even go out there to retire and be able to put their money to work so it goes further. And so I feel that, all of this is definitely meant to be so that we can help as many people as possible. And I thank you so much for bringing all of that valuable information. It's super, super helpful. And I do have one more question for you, because I'm honestly curious, and you've been able to achieve so much over the course of your career, and you've got nowhere but up to go. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Are you going to be sipping a Moscow Mule on the beach, or, because it's like a Bad Bunny reference, and
Bad Bunny lives in my neighborhood here.
Tell him I say hi.
We don't ever see him. So I say lives. I guess he's got a house here. And, yeah, so to answer your question, I think that for the next few years, we're going to work hard to finish some projects that we've got. We've started an Opportunity Zone Fund here on the island that's hospitality based, and we're raising money for that. We've got 5 assets in the fund that are going to be a really great fun projects to get finished. We're going to be able to create some really nice high paying jobs, and it's a lot of fun. I call it only in Puerto Rico, but when you can buy A+ property on the ocean with a beautiful white sandy beach, a hotel, and get 40% tax credits back on your total investment, that's only in Puerto Rico. And oh, by the way, we're creating jobs for people, and we're creating a great fun place for people who want to come on vacation to come to. So we just love it here.
Yeah.
And I play Monopoly for a living, and it's the most fun I've ever had.
Yeah,
so I'm sure that 5 years from now, I'll still be here in Puerto Rico.
For sure. Still cheering on Puerto Rico as their biggest cheerleader, still helping Puerto Rico to bounce back from Hurricane Maria, helping a lot of people to thrive, a lot of people to get going and investing in real estate and to be able to achieve their dreams, and just to be able to help people as a whole nationwide, right? And that's one of the things that is a passion for me, to truly be able to help people and to be able to elevate as many people as possible who share the same vision. So I really appreciate you being here on the Maria Bruemmer Show today, Robert. I appreciate you sharing the same vision and wanting to help people and bring amazing knowledge and information to the masses that is helpful in elevating not only real estate investors, but the general public, as well as helping to rebuild Puerto Rico and doing as much as we can to band together and help each other in time of need. And it's been a blessing, and I to feel that having you on the show today was completely fate. So I want to... Yeah, for sure. So thank you so much for being here. And please, everyone, I encourage you, check out Robert Crager's YouTube channel. Learn as much as you can about the amazing money-making opportunities in Puerto Rico. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe the Maria Bruemmer Show and this episode so that we can get this information in front of as many people as possible. And remember, if you're looking for funding to invest in real estate and invest in Puerto Rico, I've got you covered. There'll be a link down there for you to schedule a free consultation with me, and I'll do my best to get you the funding that you need to get started. And there'll also be contact information for Robert so that you can leverage his wealth of knowledge as well to help you as well. So thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate you. I feel like we've been able to band together and help a lot of people today and keep this nation going strong. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I love your heart to help people, to give people knowledge. I mean, that is exactly in alignment with what we are trying to do here as well. So PR Consultants is our small YouTube channel. We're about to hit 1,000 community members, and we'd love to have some of your people come and be a part of our community. And I look forward to having a conversation with you again in the future, Maria. This is great. I'll continue to follow and watch your stuff. You do such a great job of giving people value. It's awesome.
Thank you. And I'm
happy to be on your show.
Absolutely. Happy to have you, and definitely we'll be having you on here again soon. And likewise, I want to help you grow. If some of your people want to come see what we're doing here at the Maria Bruemmer Show, I appreciate the support. And together we'll be able to help as many people as possible. All righty. Well, thank you so much for being here, and we'll stay in touch for sure.
God bless, and have a good night.
God bless you too. All right. Bye, Robert.
Bye-bye.
Wow, what a blessing. Thank you so much for being here for this episode of the Maria Bruemmer Show. Please share this video. Please like, share, and subscribe the Maria Bruemmer Show channel. And please, I encourage you, check out Robert Crager's channel with his YouTube channel. We're going to have that information in the description box as well as his contact information for you to learn more about what he's doing with the amazing money-making opportunities in Puerto Rico real estate. And also, if you need funding, check out that description box. There'll be a link down there for me to give you a call. It is free. And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate all my viewers, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.